Let's try again. Hey guys, Chris Petschek, Dripping Springs home team here with the next installment for the 12 days of Dripping Springs Christmas. At this point, we're well beyond 12 days, but that is exactly how we roll. Just try to get out the word about awesome people, awesome community members, and awesome businesses here in Dripping Springs. So we are with Dr. Brecca Tracy. Just found out that she's a scientist.
Yes, sir. Yes,
no,
sir.
I did not just find that out. I've known that for years.
But a lot of people don't know it.
That's right. So so let's start there. You are, well, let me back up. The business that we're talking about is Regenerate. You're a scientist. You run a business called Regenerate. If somebody out there in Dripping Springs, gasp, does not know where you are, what you do, and who you are.
Yes.
Let's go.
Fantastic. So also on the billboard. So the billboard by
you are on the billboard. That's correct.
A lot of people say, "Hey, are
you and Che and Che's wife?"
Yes.
Dr. Che and Dr. Che's wife.
Dr. Che, Dr. Manya.
Dr. Manya.
And little sister, Dr. Brecca. Yes. So we are Regenerate. We are here in Dripping Springs. If you know the Arbor Center or you don't know the Arbor Center, we're located in the Arbor Center. So if you know the Tiger Clinic or Keithley Physical Therapy or Prosperity Bank is just right across 290. Christian Academy is also here in the complex. So we are in that same complex with all those businesses. You just drive all the way to the back and we're in Building F. We also have the pleasure of sharing a building with my brother and sister-in-law. So here in our building is Cures Functional Health and Regenerate. So a lot of people come here as a one-stop shop. They can go next door, they can get adjusted, they can do decompression, they can come over, they can get their vitamin shots. They can get a facial. They can get body work with Kevin, get some medical massage.
This is kind of like Austin Motor Mile for the human body.
Yes.
Yes. It really is.
Mile of cars, whatever it may be,
right.
It's all here.
Little buff job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
we're
keep
trying.
going. Keep going.
Well, it's a good point. So, we started as a stem cell center. So we were the Stem Cell Center Dripping Springs when we first launched. So that's been 5 years ago. After about a year and a half, we really started kind of rebranding and morphing into different areas. So our next big step was into aesthetics, then COVID hit. So vitamins were kind of coming up on the horizon. And then when COVID hit, we were like, hey, how can we give back? How can we help the community? Right. So many people couldn't get into hospitals. So many people just couldn't get the care they needed. And we just wanted to do something different. And so that was our opportunity to say, hey, drive up like you do at Sonic. We're not going to be in roller skates, but we will come out and we will serve the community and we will help you. So we've had an immense amount of people that we've helped just through different, whether it's allergies, viral, flu, whatever it may be. Yeah. We do have a concierge service. So you just call us. We get everything ready for you. Our nurses will come out. We'll start your IVs and you can drip from your vehicle. So that is still something that we have today.
Of all the things that came out of COVID, I just got back from some traveling, and I was going to let you know this, and I know that y'all have kind of since it's the Christmas time of year, you guys also have a little hangover drip.
We do. Yes, we do.
And I saw in a bar that they will actually go to your Airbnb or hotel room to give you a hangover drip. Yes. So maybe with all the wedding venues out here, maybe that's something you add to your...
Yes, that may or may not be coming up on the horizon. But yes, sometimes we do private events. Sometimes we've had parties here in this room. Gotcha. We had it wasn't Christmas. It was actually summertime. Somebody was hosting a company party and everybody was flying in. So, I think we had 15.
That's cool.
15, 20 people here and we had mimosas and we made it a big party. So people may or may not have been having a mimosa and getting a vitamin drip at the same time, but they were well on their way before they got here. So, we do what we can to help. And so we can help in those situations. We also help people with migraines, people that have hyperemesis, that are pregnant, that are just trying to keep the babies in or stay healthy. They're throwing up a lot. So we've got stuff to help for that. So anti-nausea medications, pain medications. So we don't do a lot of medications here at Regenerate. But those are two that are just really helpful if people have, chronic inflammation. Putting something through an IV is very helpful for them versus taking an Advil or an ibuprofen, something like that. So that is a part of the hangover cure that we have. And the hydration obviously helps.
Right.
Definitely dehydrated.
Yes. Yeah. I don't mean to kind of divert us and take different paths, but it's making me think about things. And you had just mentioned that IV form of that is a little better than ibuprofen or something like that.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about, you mentioned the vitamin drips, and a lot of people don't know that IV vitamin is a lot better for you, and I'll let you run off on that.
Perfect.
But why are IV drips better than me running down and taking a multivitamin?
So that's a really good question. So there's a couple of approaches to answer that, right? So one is, if you know you have deficiencies, if you know you have a vitamin D, B12, whatever it may be, glutathione deficiency, we can help supplement that. So if you come in with blood work and we know you're deficient, or your doctor sends over orders and says, hey, I want you to be on this, I want you to be doing this weekly. By the way, doctors have been blown away with patients' response to doing IV therapies and even IM therapies, and just how they've responded as opposed to like an oral. And the reason for that is bioavailability. So that's the word you're looking for. Big word, bioavailability. And that means...
Did I mention she's a scientist?
Yeah. So bioavailability just means how is it available for your body? So when you're taking something orally, it obviously does something different to get digested, right? It has a lot that it has to go through. When we're putting something directly into the vein, an IV therapy, so whether that's a push or whether that's a bag hanging from a pole, same thing, it's going directly into your bloodstream. So that is as available as your body needs it to be. It can absorb as much of that as it wants to. So that is the best type of administration for vitamins is IV. Now, some vitamins like D3, it's an oily formulation, and so that is not something that we can put in an IV.
Right.
That's something that we would put IM or into the muscle.
Okay.
So if you're looking at bioavailability, what's the most available for your body to absorb? That's going to be IV, and then we're going to go IM, and then orally. So it's okay to supplement orally. So a lot of things we do here, people do need to continue to supplement orally. But getting something in an IV is going to be just that much more available for your body to absorb than taking the time to do just the oral supplementation. Gotcha.
So in terms of...
That's why we do what we do here.
Right. Staying on that train of thought, if I'm going to come get my multivitamin in an IV form, when I take my multivitamin from the store, I've got to take that daily.
Right.
So how does it work with an IV? Do I need to come in every day and get an IV?
No. So that's a good question too. So a lot of the questions we get are, another word, scientific word, medical word, whatever you want to call it, half-life. So how long is that going to circulate in your body? If you do take any prescriptions or anything like that, a lot of times that is based on how available is that to the body and how long is it going to stay in the body, i.e. how long do you need to take something? And so back to your question, I mean, I would say we typically, we work with docs, we work with our medical team to understand like someone's protocol and regimen based on if they do have blood work, how often do they need to come in? All the vitamins have different half-lives, right? Also, vitamins affect people differently. So another thing to talk about while we're on the vitamin subject is B12. So a conversation I had this week is, hey, my body doesn't methylate B12. And so when we do supplementation, we use a methylated form when we're doing shots because it's less work for your body to be able to absorb that when it's already methylated versus a different chemical group being on that vitamin.
I used to be a biology teacher, so I'm going to tell you, I think methylated means that it's already been processed.
In part, yes.
Okay.
So the body, when you take something, the body often has to do a lot of things to it, so you can actually utilize
the molecules.
That, right?
And,
So there's different forms of B12. Just for instance, by the way, I do a video every Wednesday called Wisdom Wednesday. Someone that's very smart gave me that idea. I don't know. If you remember.
And that video can be found where? Yes, I do remember.
So that video is on our Instagram. We will post a clip of it on our stories, but it is on our feed. So that is a part of our feed every single Wednesday.
Nice.
I think actually this week it came out yesterday. I did record it on Wednesday, but I think it was posted on Thursday. So
it's still consistent. You still got it out.
Yeah. Well, and also we're a part of Dripping Springs City Lifestyle, and they had done an awesome reel, and so we let that post. They shared that with us, and so we were a little delayed in our post. But anyways, so back to the vitamins. Everybody's body is going to process things a little bit differently. And sometimes you just don't have the capability to do something someone else's body might be able to do. So for me personally, I methylate things just fine. And so it's not crucial that I have a methylated B12, but that's what we do here in our clinic as a shot, just because it is easier for your body to absorb. So therefore you're going to get more out of it than if we make your body work for it. And then there are some people that struggle with that. So that is a thing. But on those Wisdom Wednesdays, we often talk about subjects like this. So I did one recently on B12, and we talked about the different forms of B12 and why we do what we do here.
There you go.
So
nice.
Yeah.
So now that I've taken you all the way off topic, go back to
other
things.
Always what we do.
I know, it's just how my brain works. So take us back to what you're doing. What additional things you're doing here at Regenerate?
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about the regenerative therapies. So we still do, oh my gosh, we have gotten so many shoulders this week and last week. It's crazy. It's like our medical team will be like, didn't we just discuss this? And I'm like, nope, this is also another very complex shoulder case, different patient. So regenerative therapies, that's where we started. So we still do joint injections. We still do all of those things for knees, hips, shoulders.
I know at least 2 of your clients, and they both speak very highly of this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the results are absolutely fantastic. It's not a therapy for everyone. And it's also not designed to be for everyone. So what we do, and we saw this case yesterday, is that we do a really good job of getting to the root of what's the reason that this patient is in pain. We want to know what that is, and then we also want to know, is that something that we think regenerative therapy can help with or not? So we do not work with everyone.
Right.
Everyone that comes in the door that says, hey, we want to do this, we turn people down. If we don't really think that we're going to be able to contribute to make a difference in a positive way for them, then we don't do it. So we still do that. We talked a little bit about vitamins, also aesthetics. So that's a big, like, how are we going to get holiday ready? That was our Wisdom Wednesday, I think, this week. A lot of people want to know. They're like, hey, how can I be glowy for my holiday party? How can I be looking healthy and feeling good for my family? Hey, how can you help me alleviate some extra tension and stress that I might have dealing with all this family? So that was our Wisdom Wednesday this week. So as far as holiday ready, hydrofacial is a big one. So we've got estheticians here 5 days a week, and they specialize in various things. We also have actually a new acne treatment that we've kind of soft launched. We just got the device this week, but it is the reason that we brought this on. It's called AviClear, and it's by Cutera. It's a device. It is the only FDA approved device for acne.
Oh, wow.
So this is a solution for people in most cases so they can avoid being on Accutane.
Okay.
Accutane is something that people are prescribed to help with acne when they have severe acne, but it's really not good for your body, and there's a lot of side effects. Oh. So again, just based on what we do here, the same with regenerative therapy. How can we help people maybe not have to have surgery? And that's regenerative therapy. So we want to give people the most natural options as possible to stay away from surgery or pharmaceuticals. So in this case, that's our AviClear. And so it is an alternative for Accutane. Mm-hmm. So that is something new that's come on board. But as far as kind of your like quick fixes to get holiday ready, hydrofacial is an amazing one. Also, we have an awesome pumpkin spice. It's a little express facial. So it's a pumpkin spice. It's an exfoliator. I know.
Okay. I've got a, okay.
Hey, I would.
I'm not dissing it. The name takes me back to the fall and all the discussions that I have around pumpkin spice.
Are we still in fall or are we in winter?
I guess we're technically still in fall for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, everybody loves pumpkin. We have an amazing medical grade skincare. So that's also something that we do here. So Jan Marini is our medical grade skincare line. They have an amazing product. It's a seasonal product, obviously. But it is a chemical, physical, and enzymatic exfoliator. Oh, wow. Meaning that there are some types of beads in there that helps get the dead skin cells off the surface of the skin. There's a chemical component, a glycolic component, and then there's also an enzymatic component, which is derived from papaya, that really kind of works at it in a 3-pronged approach. And we have a custom facial designed around that product that's a 30-minute facial, and it helps people just get that glowing skin. And I did it not too long ago, and I had so many people that day say, oh my gosh, what are you doing to your skin? It looks so great.
There you go.
That's the only thing different that I had done that day. So
is that something that you could get done the day of a holiday party and still go out?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Hydrofacial also has very little downtime. So sometimes people get a little bit red and sensitive. But typically that goes away very quickly.
Okay.
And so you can be glowing if you want to do it the day before just to be safe. Hydrofacial. Also dermaplaning, which as men, you guys do quite often, shaving your face, except for this area
Is
in
it
here.
dermaplaning?
Dermaplaning is another
so
way.
So my neck is in great shape is what you're saying.
Yes. Men always, if you look at men's skin versus women's skin, you tend to see a more youthful appearance when you're comparing age.
Okay.
And it's because you're shaving. You're
Interesting.
turning over those skin cells.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
that's the concept behind dermaplaning. So that is a service that is often combined with our facials that people just absolutely love. So that's something. Also, if we're talking about getting ready, holiday ready for stress and tension,
Okay.
body work. Body work is probably a term most people don't know. It is also identified as, we call it medical massage. So Kevin is a therapist that we have. We were actually over at 2 of the elementaries this week treating the teachers for a staff appreciation, a fall day, just doing little mini massages. And 10 minutes with him. And these teachers were like life changing. So we book him in 30 and 60 minute increments, but in that amount of time, it is effective.
Nice.
So again, his goal is, if you say that you're having back pain, me for instance, when my back starts hurting, I know the issue, and I know the issue is not my back. The issue is I sit a lot. And so my hamstrings, my glutes, all of that tightens up and it all pulls, right? Everything's connected. So it's all going to pull. And when it gets to a certain point, then that's when you start feeling the pain. So
Right.
be proactive, get that worked out before you get pain. But he's amazing. So that's another way that you can let him get in here and start working. Just
And
so.
as soon as you touch that, I've got a knot. And
Oh,
it hurts.
there you go. We can take
That's what
care of that.
that's what travel and stress does.
Yes,
That's what
it
travel and
does.
stress does.
And so that is my point exactly.
Yeah.
Whether you're going to be high stress or you're going to be cooking a lot or wrapping a lot of presents or whatever it is,
Yeah.
posture is another thing. All of that.
You see me something.
I know, me too. I'm like, oh, posture. A lot of us are on our phones. A lot of us are on devices. And so
Yeah.
we're in general just like this. And so what you don't think about is think about your neck and all these muscles. When you're down like this, these actually start to shorten and they need to be elongated.
Studies on this.
It's
That our
so-
posture as a human population since the introduction of cell phones
Yes, it's
has
totally different.
completely changed.
They next door with my brother, they call it text neck. They see so much of it, and people will get problems. Again, all this is connected. So what we try to do is we try to loosen that up. We try to alleviate. It's fascia work, guys. You're gonna feel elbows. You're gonna.
That means it's not going to be extremely pleasurable the whole time?
As Kevin states, it is not a fluff and buff session. If you're looking for a spa massage, a relaxation, white robes, that sort of stuff, that stuff's awesome. We don't do that here. Ours is going to be focused more on helping prevent or alleviate your pain, getting to the root of the problem and helping just be preventative from getting too much built up so you're not in pain.
Yeah.
So that's what Kevin focuses on. And then also just another preventative thing to do is vitamins. So we're going to be traveling, we're going to be on planes, we're going to be around large groups of people, and just exhausted. You're doing too much. Yeah. You're going in too many different directions. So if you can support your immune system and get in and get some vitamins, if you don't have time for a drip, we have an immune trifecta. It's B, C, and D. So it's 2 shots, and the D is a separate shot, and then we do B and C, and you're on your way. Or our Super Myers is really popular for people that are being preventative, that they're going to be around a lot of people, or they're just going to be run down. They don't want to get run down. So they'll come in preventatively and they'll do a Super Myers and just make sure that their immune system is supported and ready.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you mentioned it a couple times, and I'll mention that I'm a fan of the energy shots.
Yes.
I don't know exactly
B12.
what they're called. The B12 shots.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have the B12, and then we also have something
Skinny
that
shot.
we've marketed as the skinny shot. Our skinny shot is a lipogenic shot, which means that it helps increase metabolism and burn fat. So there's 3 components in there that do that. Our skinny shot also has B12 in it.
Right.
So we kind of double up. Some lipogenic shots don't have the B12 component. Ours does. And so you do get that increased metabolism, help burn fat, and the energy component. But you can also get that energy component just from B12.
Okay.
Also, glutathione also helps with energy. So that's something we were talking about earlier this morning. And that's an IV push. So that is something that goes intravenously.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But it takes me after those shots probably 30 minutes and I can feel it.
Yeah.
And it lasts. I would have at one time in my life said there is no way, but anyway, it's a thing and it's real.
We always tell people, we're like, hey, just come and give us a try.
Yeah.
Let us get you just a quick session with Seven. with Kevin and see what it can do to help you. Just kind of see what this will do for your skin. See what this will do for your body. Just try it out. It's like my parents said growing up. You might not want to eat everything that's on this table, but you're going to try every single thing. Every time we sit down, you're going to try it.
Are you my sister?
That's just how we grew up. And you know what? We love food. We love to cook.
Yep.
And we eat a lot of things. And I'm thankful that they did that, because I
Absolutely.
probably was introduced to a lot of things that, I don't know. My mom was well before her time. She was making homemade hummus, tabbouleh,
Oh.
all of these things now that I'm like, she was into oils, like eucalyptus, all this like tea tree, all this stuff. And then now I'm like, oh, wow, Mom, you knew what you were doing.
How could you ever doubt?
Yeah. She was also a pediatric nurse, so she
She knew.
Yeah, she knew. She was well before her time and amazing. But
All right. Anything else that we are forgetting? I don't know if you've got any last minute potential Christmas shopping type things, like if somebody wants to get something for somebody.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we've been doing a lot of gift certificates. So what you can do is you can come in, you can also shop online. So we are naturalhealingtx.com. So we do have an e-commerce there. You can go, you can buy stuff there. You can also pop in, you can do a dollar amount.
Okay.
We can email that gift card. If you don't want any paper, if you want it just an email, we can email that to you. Or if you want something pretty to stick in someone's stocking that we've seen a lot of this week, you can actually buy them a service. They don't have to know how much you spent. Hey, I want a 30-minute session with Kevin. Great. We'll print it out, 30-minute session with Kevin. Or you can do a dollar amount and say, hey, use it as your, to your choosing, whatever you'd like to do.
Okay.
And so a lot of people are buying hydrofacials, or they're buying a dollar amount, or they're buying sessions with Kevin.
Right.
So that's kind of what we've got going on.
There you go. Let's go ahead and wrap it up on that then.
Okay.
So just a reminder, Instagram, Facebook, and your web address are all naturalhealingtx.com
Yes, sir.
for the website.
Yes.
Just Natural Healing TX on Instagram and Facebook. Do y'all do TikTok?
We don't currently do TikTok.
Good job.
I've been getting a lot of requests. We're just not quite there yet. But guys, believe it or not, you are speaking to someone who did no social media at all my entire life until I had my first child. And I'm like, you know what? We just have friends and family that aren't here. And I'm like, let's do it for the kids. And then now I'm do it every day for the business. So
that's right.
Yeah, so that's what we do. But yes, it's all Natural Healing TX. We're very educational on our feed. I'm going to post one today that's a testimony. I had a patient text me and she said, oh my gosh, I came in this week. I did it. So her exact text, I did it. The filler, I did it. I already see results and I could not be more happy. That's something that we didn't cover. We do cosmetic injections here as well. So we do Botox injections, we do filler. And this particular client had never done filler before. Okay. She actually came to our 5-year anniversary party. Oh. She won a syringe of filler. And she was like,
putting it off.
No, well, so it was just in November. So it wasn't even. Oh,
that's right. I was thinking for some reason it was earlier in the
It wasn't even a month ago. She was very excited. I said, no pressure. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, we'll do something else. Yeah. And so she came in, she did a consult with Megan yesterday, and I was over at the school at a holiday party, and she texted me, and she was like, I did it. It's fantastic. I love it. I've already had so many people ask me. They can see a difference, and they're like, what
is it?
You look so good, but they don't know she's done filler. And that's a misconception. I was the same way. I didn't know a lot about cosmetic injections. I had never done them. I've still never done filler.
But I'm like, I don't. Bad ones.
I know. So when I hired Megan, I said, hey, I don't want Hollywood. I don't want Hollywood. She said, I don't do Hollywood. And I said, fantastic. You're my girl. And so really what I didn't understand about fillers, it doesn't mean that you just have to have bigger lips or bigger cheeks. Right. We've actually done, she's done a lot of clients that we came in and she just wanted like a little bit more definition. Mm-hmm. So fillers can actually work in different ways to help people. Like a lot of times people will have lines right here. So yes, we're filling in, but we're not making anything bigger.
People,
right?
When you say that, I feel like you're judging me.
No, definitely not judging you, Chris. Absolutely not.
The lines are real.
Absolutely not. But in this particular patient, we just, Megan went and kind of did an area through her cheeks and it lifted. So you can also use them for lift. She looks like she lost 20 pounds.
Wow.
So people are asking her like, oh my gosh, you look so great. They don't know she's done filler. So that's something that's just, pretty awesome too, that we didn't talk about. So that might not be a quick holiday fix, but
Yeah, a little bit more.
something else
involved,
that we
but it's
that we do
available.
here.
But it's available.
Yeah.
All right. There, and you mentioned Botox.
Yes.
That could be a quick holiday fix.
That is a quick holiday fix. So Botox can take up to 2 weeks to set in. A lot of people see results quicker than that. But yes, that is something that you can pop in and do, and we do that too.
There you go.
There you go.
And again, going back to, it's just like the care center for your car.
Yes.
It's just your body.
Yes. Read your manual. Have you read your manual? I'm just trying to throw him off. He's
Do y'all
trying to wrap
see
up.
why I love doing these things? For the love of God, these are amazing. And again, you're not. I'm not going to sit down with Jeff Bezos and have this conversation and get crap from him as much as I give him crap. That's why I do this. That's why we talk about dealing with local people,
Yes.
people who've lived in Dripping Springs for a long time.
Yes.
Long.
Almost 16 years.
Yeah, long.
I can't
time.
believe
You've
it.
been here way
But-
longer than I have.
And speaking of local, like we are one big family here.
Yeah.
And that is the cool thing about everybody. If you read our testimonies or comments or reviews, that's what people say. They're like, I feel so good when I'm in here. I feel welcome. I feel at home. And that's what we wanted to create.
And you know,
We didn't want a sterile space where it felt sterile. We wanted something where people could relax and have fun. And my staff, when we hire, it's like, I want you to love what you do, and I want you to love being here because that shines through to
Yep.
our patients, and that's what's most important to us. So
and that's what you used the word before I could get to it. I was like, it's not a sterile clinic. I mean, it's a sterile clinic environment, but it
Right.
doesn't feel like a sterile
Right,
clinic environment.
yes,
And people
we're
need to
safe,
know that.
but it feels different. We're safe.
Yeah, and it does when you walk in the door. It's different than
Yes. Well, thank you.
another.
That's our goal. So
All right. Well, guys, again, you've got the ability to get here still before Christmas.
yes,
You also have the ability to kick off your new year with maybe something you've been putting off, like filler.
Yeah.
Or a little Botox. Maybe some female rejuvenation. Maybe some male rejuvenation. Because y'all do both of those, and you didn't mention it.
I did not.
But now it's on tape. Anyway, take care of your body.
Yes.
And if you're going to take care of your body, don't travel to do it. Stay in Drip.
Yes.
Put your money where your butt lives. Do y'all do anything with butts?
Butts.
You don't do like butt injections.
We don't do boat injections. We
Okay.
looked at it.
Okay.
We decided not to go that route.
I mean, my tagline is "Put your money where your butt lives,"
Yeah.
and so I just wanted to check.
Kevin works on
Kevin will
glutes.
work
Kevin's
on
going to
the
work
glute.
out those glutes.
There you go.
Whew.
That's
You might-
painful. I shouldn't say that.
You might say a few choice words. People have commented. They're like, there's gospel music playing in here, so I feel like I can't say what I need to say. And Kevin said, it's okay. It's all a balance. Let it out. So, guys, we have fun. We love to support our community and you guys. So if you don't know us, we'd love for you to come by and get to know us. Follow us. Look at what we do. A lot of people do that. A lot of people will Google and they'll say, hey, I wanted to come in and give it a try. So
There you go.
that's what we're here for.
That's why we're here, guys.
Yeah.
We will talk to you tomorrow on the next 12 days of Dripping Springs. That's going to end up being 18. But you know what? Who cares?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
We got it done. Bye, guys.
You crushed it.